This is a sales presentation about chemical dependency tobacco, and this has been presented by Rebecca Webster. Chemical dependency is most frequently a term that can be used for alluding to actual reliance or dependence on a compound substance. All the more frequently, the term habit might be utilized while alluding to reliance instead of using it a lot. The most widely recognized change is the beginning of withdrawal side effects when the client who is consuming the compound substance being referred to. Another discerning change is an expansion in the quantity of specific receptors in the cerebrum. Chemical dependency is brought about by the utilization of synthetic substance that connects with the mind such that causes an adjustment of the actual construction, synthetic structure, or physiological cycles in the human body. This, when the compound substance is eliminated, the life systems might be changed and negative secondary effects presents. Now, I just went to discuss about the chemical dependency, and most importantly, this is how chemical dependency is caused when it connects with the mind. And I want to add more about the chemical dependency, how these kinds of changes, they just don't occur from consuming a synthetic substance one time, rather from long-term or potentially weighty use. An example is a decline in dopamine receptors to adjust to the expansion of dopamine brought about by long-term narcotic use. To add up to the chemical dependency, I mainly want to discuss about tobacco, the factors impacting utilization of tobacco items are significant focuses for future in the session, both at the individual and populace levels. These benefits are lower item unambiguous damage discernment are decidedly connected with the new utilization of e-cigarette, hookah, and smokeless tobacco items. The picture is as described, and it seems quite harmful to the human body. There are other discoveries of tobacco as shown with the picture, and other discoveries for lines and studies were less steady. It is additionally outstanding that the new utilization of e-cigarettes was greater than 2 times that of traditional cigarettes and other tobacco items. I think I can see this from the picture because it does look like it could be used for industrial use or manufacturing. To continue with tobacco, these perceptions highlight the requirement for schooling and correspondence endeavors to pass on exact data on and address erroneous convictions about outright and relative damages of tobacco items with an end goal to lessen tobacco use. This is very important because there are many organizations out there that may not have proper time to address this to the youth because of how it has changed from medicinal use to abuse. Such endeavors ought to be facilitated across nearby states and public levels. Now to talk about the 3 marketing sales approach. These are very interesting. There are a stimulus response approach, there's the selling formula, and there's the need satisfaction method. Going back to the first one, the stimulus response approach, pattern sales approach. This is a way to deal with selling which depends on the sales representative capacity to say the proper things in order to boost the ideal response coming from the purchaser, and this can also be in regards to the reaction frequently alluded to as the stimulus response in order to have it ordinarily utilized. The second marketing sales approach will be the selling funnel. The most ideal way to have a positive pre-call mindset is to carve out some margin for yourself before you meet your possibility. During that time, you can develop a mindful disposition in your heart and side for that individual. The subsequent part is making questions. Robinson observes that there are three sections selling formula approach. Here that truly works. This can also work by jotting down some techniques by yourself or simply taking a piece of paper and drawing 3 segments on it. You can also likewise make a bookkeeping sheet and make 3 segments. The third marketing sales approach would be the need satisfaction approach. This is a way to deal with selling in light of the reveal a buyer's need as prior to endeavoring to introduce a filling item from the wish to fulfill it. Lamentation 354. Waters flowed over my head and I said, Carlos. I think this relates to my presentation about how chemical dependency is used, and I think it's very important part of the presentation as well. And these are the list of references that I used, and I hope they've contributed well to the presentation. I like to go back to the presentation about how she started. I just want to ensure that it can be made known. As I first started with chemical dependency to broaden my sales representation topic, because before I wanted to get to the selling action, I wanted to talk more about the chemical dependency, because I think not everyone out there is aware of how it is used, of how the chemical dependency can also be handled. And then after chemical dependency, I want to talk about the one that I picked, which is tobacco. I don't think tobacco is most frequently addressed in many levels nowadays because of other popular ones such as cigarettes, nicotine, and others that may have been discussed in my presentation. And their discoveries may also be very mystery. And this is the part when I jotted down the 3 marketing sales approach. I was quite short on this because I think I want to get the most out of it instead of just thinking of the selling action, which is also interesting by means of way. Selling formula is my best part because this is the action which the purchaser will need in order to feel great about buying. And the need satisfaction method, I think this is very familiar with the community or society. And this is the end of the sales presentation.